I'm always pretending I'm someone else in order to get it to come out. Because I just feel like I'm the best version of myself is, as a producer, is I'm like a mirror for people. I try to show them sides of themselves that they don't ever use. It's like when people take selfies, they only use like one side all the time. So I'm the guy that's like, hey, you know, God made another side. Like, it's very interesting. You should try it.
Hey, y'all folks to go to Miami and stuff to record. I'm going to LA to do my album. I'm going to Virginia Beach. But there's nothing. He really thinks we're recording, but we're not. Look at him. Times are tough for the Neptunes. He gotta play his own damn fish. That's sad, man. What do you call that thing? The whack one.
Really I did it better than.
Yeah, that was better.
Did it better than that, senor. But I am going to turn this around here. Wow. Okay, action.
That was just fun. That was great. I'm glad we got that on tape.
I've tried to say, okay, we're gonna do a song called such and such, and it's gonna be about such and such. It almost always falls flat for me. I find that it's better to chase a feeling in a direction and allow the automatic flow, the intuitive part of you take over versus the ego, which is going through the library of everything you've accumulated, everything you know, and that, well, this is gonna be it, it almost always fails. But if you allow your intuition to sort of go into that blank space and just listen to the things that come back, a really exciting title comes out that relates. It's about chasing a direction versus giving your spirit a directive.
Watch the picture and talk to you. Ready?
Yep.
You're a good girl and that's what makes me trust you. Late at night I talk to you.
What time?
You're a good girl and that's what makes me trust you. Late at night I talk to you.
Talk to you. One more time, very close.
All right.
You're a good girl and that's what makes me trust you. Late at night I talk to you.
Come out in the double. This is what I want to do though. These are, this voice right here is what? Your head voice?
No.
What is it? This is two?
Yeah.
Well, the other one, it seemed like when you told me it was your chest, it was deeper. I want to do 4 like this. No, 2 like this, and 4 with the deepness.
I'm planning on, yeah. I want to do like, I want to do 2 that are real like, once I get a guidance track down, I'm sure we'll go back and get the first track again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I want to get 2 that are like, can't nobody love you like I love you. You know, kind of like that. And then I want to get 2 that are like, can't nobody love you like I love you. You know what I mean? That's got a little more tone to it.
Yeah, but actually even more than that, if you can push it. Yeah. Like, can't nobody.
I'm often
I want it
always
to be more chantish,
molding and
even though it's
adapting
gonna be
because to me the artist is like the most important energy in the room. If they feel like they have to compete with you then they're never going to give you the best version of who they are. Your first job as a producer is to make them ultra comfortable, an environment where they, produce the conditions to make them feel as comfortable as possible so they give you the best version of themselves. They walk in the studio and they have something that they're looking for. And then then there's also the element of like their voice and what it sounds like. And then I've got to find some interesting textures to add some sort of juxtaposition there so it makes the voice stick out even more. And then there's also the energy and the experiences they walk in with on them in the studio. So like, no matter had a bad morning, whatever, that also provides a vibe. We can either fight that vibe or we can go along with it, expound upon it, and try and find a song in there somewhere.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, yourself. Check out. Don't be so quick to walk away. Dance with me. I wanna rock your body. Please stay. Dance with me. You don't have to admit you wanna play. Girl, dance with me. Just let me rock you till the break of day.
The girl goes,
Talk to me, boy. Respect, but I don't mean no harm. Talk to me, boy. But I can't wait to have you in my arms. Talk to me, boy. Hurry up because it's taking too long. Talk to me, boy.
better have you naked by the end of this song. That shit's crazy.
So when you mix the three things together, both, three things like, what they want when they come in the studio, what they're saying they want, what their voice sounds like, and what would be interesting to pair it with. And then there's, again, the energy that they walk in. When you mix those three things together, usually it's something that feels, interesting and curious. And that's what you want. You want something to, grab people.
That was kind of cool. Dark. Go back to the fuck.
You almost made a mistake again. That was it. Do it again.
I was gonna do that second.
Typically, I think you should do it the other way around. We'll write something flat. Yeah, and end it like that.
Chad Hugo is a fucking savant genius. I will never be half of the fucking musician that he is. That man can pick up an instrument, leave him for 2 hours, and the motherfucker's playing on it like an ingenious, improvisational, person who spent 18 years on the instrument. That is Chad. Chad is a genius.
to this and double it, man.
Hold on, let me get the you can be, because there's something in my throat.
Okay.
Girl, you're the best.
Girl, you're the
Split them, let me try doubling it. It may be cool if something's a little off.
The first note is wrong. It's you. I think you're on girl, you're the. It's girl, you're the girl. It's girl, you're the best.
Oh, I thought you meant it was 2 notes.
Yeah,
Girl, you're the best.
that's it.
Let's just get away. Girl, you're the best.
It's double, man.
Alright, split them up, because it may be dope, it's a little off.
I still leave my ego hat like hung up at the door, but that's when I say, maybe you should try this, or you know what, if you do that, it's probably gonna be what you've been doing. And my job is to nudge you, to poke and prod and pull you in places that you would not go, so that you can get a different result. Because if you do the same things, you're just gonna make another one of those really well. You know what I'm saying? And that's when they have to trust you. And that's that same kind of very subtle trust of when someone says, oh, you snore in your sleep. But you're one of those people that doesn't snore and wake yourself up. You just snore in a certain hour or whatever. You just don't know. You know, it's one of those subtle things that you just gotta trust, that someone sees something that you can't see.
Come on. From ghetto to ghetto, the backyard to yard, I sell it whip on whip, and soft to hard. I'm heavy, cuz ball to your fathers, you can duck to the Fetty Gov. Sorry, my love.
I remember calling Pushta like, yo, you gotta come over here. Like, we just made this beat. Like, this is one of the ones. I knew it was alien. Because it was African, and it was African sounds, and it wasn't using typical like 808s, and it wasn't doing what everything else was doing back then. It was just the thing where you were like, wait, what's going on? It was in Chad's room. He had just bought a house, and found those sounds on the Triton. And while it sounds together now, it just, at the time, it was just like a bunch of like African sounds, and it just felt primal. Just all the sounds felt primal, and the sounds just felt like the last laugh of the enslaved spirit. And while it was not the last laugh, it just made us all feel that way. We knew that was something that could only have come from us, and it connected to us all on a primal level. So while there was hustlers in the street, doing illegal things, but trying to survive the best way that they felt like they could. And while we were, as kids, we were inspired by that attitude. Again, it may not have been the most healthiest attitude, but we're inspired by them grabbing the bull by the horns and sort of just like taking themselves on their own ride. I don't know. We were trying to reverse engineer that notion, of just like controlling your own destiny, even if it wasn't even necessarily the right direction. That song was kind of like the soundtrack to that spirit. You never lose your curiosity. I don't care who you are, you never lose your curiosity. Complacency kicks in when your distractions get louder than your curiosity. When you kill all the distractions, your curiosity is blaring. And you just find yourself asking questions. And you find yourself creating thought experiments. You find yourself enraptured by investigation. And if you have the skill set and you know how to transmit what the universe is sending you in terms of answers to these curiosities, and you have the ability to make that music that is, no pun intended, timeless. I always say that which makes you different is what makes you special. And that difference shouldn't be about you claiming or trying to be something. It should be about the resistance against people trying to force you into a box. That's what makes you different. If there's some resistance there, that's what makes you different. The way in which you resist categories, the way in which you resist classifications, that's what makes you different. The way you do it, because you're not the only one, but the way that you do it, that's what makes you different, and that's actually you.